Happy Thursday, happy Thursday, happy Thursday. This is Forrest out in St. Louis. Hopefully you're having an absolutely wonderful, wonderful 2/3 of the way through the week. So excited about what we've got going on this upcoming next 7 days. Starting Sunday, for those of you that didn't hear the announcement last night, starting this Sunday for all of my network marketing bros and broettes, friends, I am doing a prospecting blitz challenge Sunday through Saturday. So this coming Saturday night at 8:15 Central Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a live, and it's going to be a contest, and it's going to be a really cool giveaway at the end of the contest. You're going to absolutely just like Forrest did. What? It's going to be cool. So if you're in network marketing and you want to come out and play, just make a commitment to 7 days. It's going to be cool. I have the rules laid out, so you'll qualify for this deal. Absolutely excited for this. So what I wanted to talk about, and I'll actually get you some information here. One of the things, where is my book? I don't see it. It might be, oh, here it is. So a couple of things. One is if you'd like to be entered to win, and this is on a completely different, sort of a different challenge than what's going on. No, you know what? Let me think about that for a minute. Nope, disregard that. I just changed my mind. So I was going to do a book giveaway, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a book giveaway during the 7-day blitz challenge for everybody that participates. So that's just one. That's like the micro. That's not the big contest winner contest for the end, which is going to be absolutely cool. So again, my name is Forrest Knight out here in St. Louis. If you do not know me, you don't know who I am. I'm a social media marketing strategist. I love helping people win. I love helping people build their business, and with a mission to have no more empty refrigerators. So this jump right in here. What time is it? It's 8:30. I'm going live at sort of an oddball time here, which is weird because I usually either go live like at 10:15ish or 8:15ish. So I'm running a little bit late tonight. So again, if you're catching me live, absolutely appreciate it. So what I want to do is go over these 5 steps to sort of manifest your habits and things that are really going to work for you. And I've talked about this a lot. I've actually been doing quite a bit of reading on manifesting destinies, which is a big deal here in terms of making things work. So again, thanks for joining me. If you've never been here before, chime in, make a comment, tell me what part of the country you're chiming in from. If you have been around before, say hi. And if you're in network marketing, just comment below, say, hey, I'm in, something like that. Feel free to do that. So let's jump on this. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was a 7-figure run. Absolutely perfect. Here we're going. And I was thinking about this. Sometimes you just get to doing stuff and you're like, you don't really realize it. And sometimes it just needs to be broken down to the very most simplistic idea of building a business. So your future is going to manifest itself in its habits. And if you didn't see my post, just like right below this video, I also put one in the 100K Inner Circle coaching group. Absolutely, Laura. So cool deal. So I know Laura, she's in network marketing. Laura, if you want, we're doing the 7-day prospecting blitz starting on. I'm actually going to announce the rules on Saturday at 8:15 Central. Then it's going to run Sunday through Saturday of the next week. It's going to be 7 days. I'm going to lay out the rules. It's going to be absolutely fun to participate. And there's going to be a little bit of a push in there too. So it's going to be a lot of fun for those that want to go. And the reason I want to do this is because I want to talk about these 5 steps to building a team, building a business and having a successful business, whether it's with customers or whatever you want to say. There's 5 things that are absolutely mandatory. My nose is just tickling my like crazy. Oh, good. I got tissue right here. Thank you. It's probably one of those old man gray hairs driving me crazy. So let's talk about manifesting habits. So if you saw the post earlier, oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. So I've got this very, very cool video. It's a YouTube video with Steve Harvey, Denzel Washington, and there's a pastor in there, and they talk about manifesting your destiny. So if you guys want that at the end of this live, if you'd like that, or now, whatever, just shoot me a private message. It's well worth listening to, because it may just change your mind shift just a little bit to move you to the next level. Highly recommend you listen to it. It's absolutely off the chain. Awesome, 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 awesome. And they talk about creating your habits and being, it's just a very, very cool, very inspirational, very motivational, but also very mind shiftful. It'll help you do a mind shift. I guarantee if you really take time to listen to it. And I would recommend listening to it and then getting out a notebook and listening to it again and pausing it and taking notes, because there's so much information. There's so many good nuggets just stuffed into this little video. I want to say it's maybe 17 minutes long. It's not very long at all, but it's just slammed with stuff. Hey babe, thanks for swinging by. So let's talk about these 5 things that are necessary. And here's the reality of marketing. Here's the reality of networking, right? Without a makeshift, you stand in the same situations. Okay, without a mind shift. She says a makeshift. It's a makeshift attitude. Yeah, so absolutely. Laura, shoot me a private message so I can remember that I got to send it to you. So I appreciate that. So here, dig this. So there's 5 things that you do, and I want you to back way up. First, in terms of changing your mindset. If you're reaching out to people, you've got to remember, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So I came up with this idea yesterday when I was talking to one of my running buddies, and we were going back and forth, which is really cool. Without a mind shift, you stand in the same situations. Absolutely. Yep, for sure. So it's very, very important that when you're making a mind shift, you've got to have a mind shift. You're going to constantly wash, rinse, and repeat. You're just going to keep bumping into the same. And it's anything with a lifestyle change that's very, very important that way. So it's very important that we know how to do this. So one of the ways that you can change your habits is by continuously doing. Well, let's take this back a little bit. If you continue to do the same thing, you're going to continue to get the same results. So if you show up inconsistently, right, you're building a habit, right? And I just thought about this. I've been doing a Facebook Live now, I think every day continuously since December of 2018. Is it 18 or 19? Because I did 2018, December 27th to be exact. Every single day I've done a Facebook Live forever and ever and ever. Now I'm actually pushing those over to Periscope and going on my YouTube channel, which is very, very cool. So I've got them out there, and I've got them on my two other pages, my XTRM page, which is neat, and my XTRM YouTube channel. I've got them on my, anyway, they're out there. So they're posting. So I'm duplicating myself through technology. Wasn't going there, but it's a habit that I've built. You can ask my wife, I cannot go to bed without doing a Facebook Live. I mean, it'll be like midnight. Dang, I got to do my Facebook Live. And it's very, very important. And again, I'm not doing this to be impressive. I'm doing this to set a precedence, because when I'm reaching out to people, right? I'm reaching out to people. I'm knocking on their door, on their virtual door. I'm putting it in their virtual inbox. I'm not, however you want to relate to that. I'm creating mini, micro, virtual billboards all over the internet sphere, right? I'm reaching out to people, knocking on the door, asking them if they're open, asking them if they're open, asking them if they're open, and asking them if they're open, asking them if they're open. And the reason I want to do this, I want to paint a visual picture for you guys. You are looking for a needle in a haystack. If you visualize that, and some people's like, dang, it's going to take that much work. Yes, absolutely yes. If you want to build a big network marketing business, just a big business in general, you've got to do more presentations. And the way you're going to do more presentations is you've got to knock on more doors. So you've got to back into it, right? It's absolutely impossible to send somebody a presentation of your business just randomly, and you definitely do not spam stuff, because that's not cool. So if you're reaching out to people and you're saying, I'm looking because you're just going through everybody's inbox and spamming them with your link, you're going to fail miserably. You're going to get blocked. You're probably going to get kicked off of Facebook if you're doing that. So never, ever, ever, never, never, ever, ever send a link without getting somebody's permission. So very, very important that you know that. That you understand that concept. Always ask first before you send it, because you don't want to send somebody something. If somebody sends me a video or something in my inbox and I didn't ask for it, they didn't ask me if I wanted to see it, I'll usually go right to their Facebook profile, right out in public, and say, hey, looks like somebody hacked your account. Somebody looks like you just dropped some spam into my inbox with some video thing. You might want to change your password. And I put them on full blast right on their timeline, because it's just not cool. And I don't care what I don't care what the video is about. I don't care. Don't send me stuff I didn't ask for. Or I'm gonna put you on blast. Now, if we've been having a conversation about something that's an ongoing conversation, and we've been going back and forth, maybe we're talking about an upcoming Marvel movie or something like that, and we're going back and forth like, hey, did you see the newest trailer on this? Like, no, hey, can I send it to you? Yeah, cool. And you go back and you're having a private conversation with somebody that's an ongoing conversation. Hey, I got the newest Marvel, and I still like to ask people, hey, I got the new Marvel trailer. Have you seen it? Or the new Black Widow trailer? Have you seen? Oh no, cool. You want me to send you a link? Yeah. And I still ask before I send it, even though I've been having a conversation with somebody about that topic, right? So just think about that. Be normal. Let's see, what kind of business should I build in this type of economy? You can build any kind of business in this type of economy. There's no right or wrong business, and that's looks like Mr. Foods over on Periscope. So there's no wrong business to build. You've got to find a business and that's why you got to listen. Shoot me a message or something over there on Periscope, or drop me something and remind me, and I'll send you this manifest video that with Denzel Washington and Steve Harvey. Listen to that, because that'll get your mind shift going. It doesn't matter what your business is. What matters is how you approach it during any time. In an economy like this, with everything that's absolutely going on, if you show up on a regular basis, if you don't let all the naysayers bring you down and pull you down to the bottom of the crab bucket, if you're willing to go ahead and climb out anyway, most billionaires, watch this, most billionaires are created in a down economy. Let's think about that. I'm just going to throw that out there. Most billionaires are created in a down economy. Most people nowadays, the network marketing industry right now has absolutely exploded, because people are looking for an option B. The COVID-19 kicked people's butts. It came out of nowhere. I'm like, oh my God, I need a backup plan. How am I going to get a backup plan? What am I going to do? The unemployment rates just went off the chain, and people freak out. Professionals and everybody else are like, oh my God, I couldn't tell you how many nurses, cardiac nurses, and people that are getting laid off because of stuff that happened. They didn't have anything to do, and they didn't have a backup plan, right? So it's a mind shift. So what type of business should you do? Any type of business that's legitimate, that's passionate. And here, to answer your real question, if it was me, one that's going to impact somebody else's life in a positive manner and provide value to them so that they can improve their lives. That would be my business, and that's what I do. My goal is to impact people's lives, create no more empty refrigerators. Whatever that empty refrigerator is, somebody help them, lift them up, move them forward, maybe provide some additional income, whatever that income level might be. Maybe it's an extra $10 a month, $100 a month, $500 a month. I don't know. Maybe it's just earning enough income so they don't have to work that second job. Maybe it's paying off some debt. I don't know. Whatever that empty refrigerator concept is for somebody, that's very important. So let's talk about these 5 things that you must do every day on a massive action scale. If you want to grow your business, and it doesn't really matter if you're selling furniture, right? If you're selling furniture, these 5 steps are going to work for selling furniture. If you want to sell more furniture, if you're selling cars and you want to sell more cars, these 5 steps are going to work the same. It doesn't matter what you're selling. If you're selling insurance, these 5 steps are going to work. If you're in the mortgage business, these 5 steps are going to work, right? So you can take it as will, and some people, no, it's not going to, whatever. You know, here's my challenge to you. Try it. Come and join me in this prospecting challenge starting on Sunday. I'm going to be here Saturday, 8:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to lay out the rules. I'm going to give you a script. You're going to have to provide your own tool for your own presentation, whatever that is. Maybe you're in financial services, whatever that deal is. I'm going to provide the script, and I'm challenging you to come hang out with me for 7 days. It's going to be a lot of fun, and the whole goal of this is to change. It's going to give you a mind shift in prospecting and building your business. So it's going to be freaking awesome. It's going to be so much fun. So check this out. 5 things. First of all, you've got to prospect. What? Prospect? Huh? Needle in the haystack. Your goal when you're prospecting, you're reaching out to people, is the more you do it, the more likely you are to get somebody to say yes, right? The more you prospect, the more likely you are to get somebody to say yes. So that's the first part, right? This is the first part. If you're going to, manifest a successful business, if you're going to grow a successful business, if you're going to manifest your habits to create a future that's different than where you're at now, right? Because your habits that you did today, your future that you have, your future, your present that you have today is based on the habits that you did up till today. So if you want a different presence in the future, you're going to have to create different habits moving forward, right? You're going to have to take different actions. You're going to have to do a mindset shift. You're going to have to just get away from a lot of negative thinking. We're not going to go down that road, but absolutely, the more you do, the more you do. Absolutely. That is straight out of, TED Talks, Anthony Robbins, somebody like that. Absolutely, babe. The more you do, the more you do. And what that means, and I'm glad you said, my wife is just bringing the heat tonight. So I want to talk about this concept. It's the more, and this is so cool because there's so much in this statement, right? The more you do, the more you do. Watch this. If you're doing 10 presentations, and this is where you got to track and measure, right? You got to track and measure, you got to track and measure, you got to track and measure. Very important that you track and measure everything you do. So if you're going to do 10 reach outs a day, right? And you do that, say, over a 90-day period, at the end of that 90-day period, 10 reach outs, you're going to have some type of result, right? You're going to know a number because you're tracking. You say, I did 90 people a day. I did 10 people a day for 90 days. That's 900 people, right? So you reached out to 900 people. You're going to have some type of result. You're going to know how many people said no. You're going to know how many people said yes. You're going to know how many people you sent a presentation to. You'll have a result, right? Because you're tracking and measuring, right? You're tracking and measuring what you're doing. You got a really cool journal or some way that you can track what you do, right? You're going to track and measure what you do, whether it's on a Google Doc spreadsheet, it's in a journal, however you want to track that, but you can have those names. You're going to track what you do. So you know at the end of that 90 days that you're going to have a measurable something in the result. Now, of course, there's skill set in there because mother is the repetition is the mother's skill. The more you do, the better you get. So that closing ratio will actually improve. The more you do something, the more presentations you get, the better you get a follow-up, the better you get at closing. So that gap will close. So the next 90 days, right, you know that if you reach out to 10 people and you got this result and you created this much income as a result of that reach out, and of course, incomes aren't guaranteed because you never know what somebody's going to do, but this, whatever that number is, that number is. So now the more you do, the more you do. So the next 90 days, you can look at that. Well, over this 90-day period, I reached out to 10 people. Now, here's a rule of the law of 72. If you double that, you would think, well, if I go to 20 people a day, I'm naturally going to double my results. And that's not true. There's a scientific math in there that's called the rule of 72. And it's actually going to be more, a lot more, because it compounds. You guys understand, the smart math people understand, but there's a compound effect in there. So where you might do 10, you might get 2 people that actually respond and say they want to watch your presentation. Where you're doing 20, you actually might get 6. There's a compound effect in there. But here's the other part of that. The more you do, the more you do, you're going to get better at closing. You're going to get better at follow-up. You're going to get better at listening and being able to read back and repeat and use word kung fu, as I call it, and being able, when somebody says something, oh, is it a pyramid? I mean, you'll be able to respond back a lot quicker, and you're not going to pause. Because you have a quicker response, you can move somebody into the customer bucket, you can move them into the team member bucket, you can move them into the no bucket, you can move them into the more information bucket. You're going to have those solutions ready, and you're going to get better. So the more you do, the more prospecting you do, the more follow-up you do, the more presentations you do, the better you're going to get. So that's going to be resulting in the more you do, you'll get more income, you get more results, you'll get better prospecting, you'll be able to collapse time because you're going to be able to do it faster. So absolutely great point that you brought up. Love, love that. So we're going to leave that up right now. So prospect, you're going to reach out to people. Next, somebody's going to raise their hand and say, yes, I want some information. So you're going to present. This is weird. Anyway, I think I wrote something down. Anyway, you're gonna reach out. You're gonna contact them. You're gonna prospect them. You're gonna contact you. You're gonna do a presentation, and it's not you necessarily doing the presentation, because we want this to be duplicatable. What is not duplicatable is how you go about getting the people. Whether you're running an ad on Facebook, you're running an ad on Google, you're putting an ad in Craigslist, that's not the duplicatable part. The duplicatable part is sending the script to somebody. It's what do you do with that person once they raise their hand? The duplicatable part is sending them that tool, right? Don't be the tool yourself. You send somebody the presentation tool, you let them do the work. The reason you do that is because if you're really good at sales and you're really good at standing up in front of a room and you're really good at doing a presentation, the last thing that you want to do, like for example, doing Facebook Lives, you can absolutely build a huge business with never doing a Facebook Live and getting on video. Absolutely true. Thousands of people do it every day. I do this because it's my thing. I enjoy doing it. It helps me feel good. It helps me make an impact. It's my thing. Does it help me build my business? Yes, because there's people out there that are creeping on me, that are watching to see if I'm actually walking my talk. And that's okay. People need to feel comfortable, because this gives me an opportunity for people to know, like, and trust me. And some people need to know, like, and trust somebody before they do business. So that's the whole rapport building thing that people are talking about. You want to build rapport? Do Facebook Lives. You want people to know, like, and trust you, to know you, like you, and trust you? Do Facebook Lives. And then you can do cold prospecting all day long, and they can come and cruise through your Facebook timeline, and they can learn everything about you in 10 or 15 videos at no time at all. So use the power of technology to your advantage. So prospecting people, reaching out and connecting with them, of course, doing a presentation. So that's what you want to do. You make sure you want to get the presentation in front of them. Number 4. Now this is the icing on the cake. This is the success. Where a lot of people drop the ball is in the follow-up. They do all this stuff and then they don't follow up. And I learned this lesson in January. I made a commitment to reach out to 1,800 people. And I went like gangbusters, and I did my math, and I ended up reaching out to like 1,572 people. What I didn't account for, nobody's perfect. What I didn't account for was the follow-up aftermath that was going to happen. So now I've got quite a few people that have done the same thing. And since I sort of went before them and sort of learned the lesson and follow up, they were like, oh my God, I got a prospect. How am I going to follow up? What kind of system, whether they're using cards or journals or whatever it is, have a follow-up system that's very, very important. So if you're going to do big prospecting numbers, make sure you have a follow-up system, because it's going to be a completely wasted time if you don't follow up. Here's what you need to understand. It is hot as heck in here. Excuse me. Turn on the fan there. Got the sweaties going on. Oh my God. Oh, that's better. You guys ought to see my office. It's so cool. So anyway, so we're talking about follow-up, and you've got to understand, when you're reaching out to somebody, you're asking them, you've got one job, one mission. This is an Eminem song, right? You've got one mission, is to reach out to people and ask them if they're open to taking a look at a way to earn money from home. That's all you're asking them. You're not asking them to join your business. You're not asking them to buy anything. That's all you're doing. You're simply reaching out to them and asking them if they're open to taking a look at your business. And you've got to realize that it's absolutely okay for them to take their time, for them to do their homework, for them to get to know, like, and because you're cold prospecting them, right? They've got to know, like, and trust you at some little level. They've got to plug into your team. They've got to see your business. It's okay for them to do research, okay? So you don't need to come guns a blazing. Oh, it looks like it's not a fit for you if you don't sign up. Yeah, get rid of all that crazy mess, right? That's absolutely okay. If somebody doesn't want to look at something right now, if they say, I'm not interested, if they literally come back and say, I'm not interested, whatever, I don't really care what you say, but it's basically a no. I always reply back to them and say, hey, it's absolutely okay. This isn't a fit for everybody. If you happen to know anybody that might be open to taking a look at this, or depending on where I'm going, and say, hey, that's absolutely okay. This may not be a fit for you. Curious if you might be open to taking a look at my product lineup to see if it might be a fit for you and or your family. And just I'll put a question mark out there. And if they say no, that's absolutely okay. Sometimes they just want to sort of push for the sale anyway, just a little bit to sort of see where they're going. And sales professionals love that. They love the fact that you're a professional and you know how to follow up, you know how to go through the sales process, you understand how to communicate with people. You know, somebody comes back with something, and I've thrown out quite a few examples in that in trainings before and in Facebook Live. So prospecting is what you need to do first. Next, you need to, of course, when somebody replies back, you need to contact the people. You need to send them a presentation. The very, very important part of this recipe is follow up. Don't be scared to follow up. Once they agree to look at something, and that's a whole nother training in terms of follow up. We'll probably talk about that. Heck, we'll talk about that tomorrow. That'll be a good training. We'll talk about following up in terms of how to follow up and the process to go through. So somebody needs to remind me that we're doing follow-ups tomorrow. And then step number 5 in all of this is repeat it. Do it again. So prospect, connect, present, follow up. 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 Repeat, repeat, repeat. You do that over and over and over and over. You're going to get into the habits that's going to create a different future for you that's different than the one that you have right now, and you'll start to get results. And just like my wife said, the more you do, the better you're going to get, the more customers are going to get enroll. And just remember, your number one job is asking people if they're open to taking a look. That's it. And then following up. Ask them if they're open to taking a look. Follow up. Ask them if they're open to taking a look. Follow up. If they don't respond to you, move on to the next person in the 318 million people that are in the U.S. and the 7 billion that live in the planet. There's plenty of people out there. You're looking for the needles in the haystack, and just keep going through the haystack, right? Just keep going through the haystack. Oh, there's one. There's a needle. Boom, put it over there. Keep going through the haystack. Oh, there's another needle. Put it over there. Haystack. Oh, I've been doing this haystack. Man, I sent out like 100 messages and nobody. Oh, there's another needle. Oh, I'm going through the haystack. I'm going through the hay. Whoo, this haystack's big. Whoo, man, I sent out about 1,000 messages and I'm just getting crickets. Whoo, and another needle in the haystack. Whoo, man, it's been 6 months. Oh, I got this message from somebody. Hey, man, I apologize. I didn't respond to you. I had some family issues going on. Sorry, yeah, I'd like the information that you have now from a message that you sent 6 months ago, because you're going through the haystack. You're sending out those messages. You're putting them in their inbox over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You're asking people if they're open. You're asking people if they're open. You're asking people if they're open to taking a look to see if what you have is a fit for them or not. That's it. And it's okay if they say no. If they say no, great. Do you know anybody? That's okay. They may not send you a referral, but you still ask. Do you know anybody that might want to earn a little bit of extra money working on the side? Great. Do you know anybody that wants to get shinier eyelashes or bigger hair or whatever you're presenting them, right? Cool. Appreciate the referrals. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later. If somebody says no right now, I love that line. The reply back is this: hey, I understand this isn't a fit for you right now. What I'll do is I'll cycle back in about 45 days and I'll put them on my 45-day follow-up list, and I come back to them in 45 days and say, hey, I know it's been 45 days ago. You said what I was looking at wasn't a fit for you then. I was curious if you might be open to taking a look at it now. Just ask. If somebody doesn't want you to follow up with them, guess what? They're going to say, stop, please stop bugging me, stop bothering me. And then guess what you do? Just poke them and block them, move them off your list, and go on to somebody else. And just keep moving on. The world's not going to come to an end. So absolutely love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about follow-up Friday. Hey, there we go. Just created a new one, follow-up Friday. So we're going to talk about follow-up tomorrow. Saturday, 8:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are going to be announcing the prospecting challenge. I'm going to have the exact script that you can use to reach out to people. You're going to have to come up with your own tool for your own business, because my tool is my business tool and you have to have your own. There's going to be I'm going to do a daily giveaway every day. It's going to be cool for the people that participate. And then on Saturday, when it's all over, I'm going to tally it up. And then the following Sunday, I'm going to do a contest winner for the person. Man, the prize is going to be absolutely awesome. I'm just doing this because Yeah, babe, you'll win because you got me. So you've already won. So you're a winner already. So that's you're sort of, yeah, you're exempt from the contest because you got me as the prize. So you're good to go. So love you guys. If you want that Denzel Washington video, shoot me a private message. I'll definitely get that over to you. Definitely want to watch it. It's so freaking cool. Like I said, I would watch the Denzel Harvey, Steve Harvey video. I'd watch it, then I'd watch it again, take notes. It's very, very neat. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it here real quick because I'll play some in an audio in the background. Let's see if I got it up here because it's just so neat. Definitely cool. Cool. Why does it never pop up? Because I was just playing it. Hold on a second. Let me see where it's at. Well, let's do a search. Did that. Yep, here we go. Here it is. I want you guys to listen to this. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Probably going to be some kind of funky commercial. I've been having dreams. This is a commercial. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Skip the ads. Okay. I want you just to listen to this first part, and this is just something.
Focus today is going to be on understanding the principle of self-manifestation. Write that down. If I was to be asked what is my greatest advice to give you as a young man or young woman, it would be this message. People are not looking for you. They are looking for what you are carrying. And if you don't manifest what you are carrying, the world will ignore you. Because you exist doesn't mean you're going to be successful. Because you are on the planet doesn't mean that people are going to notice you. You can live an entire.
So the point there, if you'd like this video, if you like this, just shoot me a private message. I'll get you the link. And if you understand the concept of what he's talking about, people aren't looking for you. They're not looking for all of this ish on the outside. They're looking for the gift that God gave you on the inside. I'm fixing to get emotional. That's going to go out and make an impact on the entire world and fill a lot of empty refrigerators. This is Forrest out in St. Louis. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Go out and make an extreme impact. Peace out. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.